amazing 999 operator, Lisa Harrison.
Deep breaths. Throughout this evening, we have honoured a host of incredible people from all areas of the emergency services. One thing that they all have in common is that they refuse to give up. As long as there's hope, they will do their damnedest to save a life. And nothing could be more true when it comes to our final award of the evening.
In March this year, Bolton Wanderers were playing Tottenham Hotspur at White Hart Lane when 41 minutes into the match, Bolton midfielder Fabrice Muamba collapsed on the pitch. If it hadn't been for the combined efforts and determination of the emergency services, Fabrice wouldn't be around to tell his story. This is an example of teamwork at its very best.
A Premier League footballer is fighting for his life after collapsing on the pitch during an FA Cup tie. Bolton midfielder Fabrice Muamba is rushed into intensive care as the quarter-final against Spurs is suspended. Tonight, he's described as critically ill.
I started to feel dizzy, and my sight started to see people double and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, I just hit the ground, and when I hit the ground, it was just me gone.
From the corner of my eye, I saw one of the Bolton players fall down, and I remember shouting across to the paramedics that we need to get on the pitch as soon as possible.
Andy Mitchell, the head physio, ran onto the pitch and he's screaming into the microphone, "Get on the pitch, get on the pitch." And I looked up and all hell broke loose.
We have a potentially serious injury here to Fabrice Muamba, the Bolton player.
At first it looked like Fabrice was having some form of fit, but then once we managed to get him onto his back, it became pretty obvious that his heart had stopped beating and this was an arrest situation.
I'm a cardiologist. I just happened to be at the game that day. I saw the team come on and start CPR, and I turned to my brothers and said, I think I should go and help.
And now there are more people running onto the pitch. This looks very, very serious indeed.
I managed to get on the pitch. At that time, it was clear that Fabrice was unconscious. They were doing full resuscitation, and at that moment, they were giving an electrical shock to Fabrice.
Fabrice Muamba has been taken off the field now on a stretcher. From what I could see, they were still trying to resuscitate Fabrice Muamba as he was on that stretcher.
It took about 6 minutes to get Fabrice off the pitch, and during that time he had 2 shocks and a further shock in the tunnel, and the entire time he didn't make any real response. He wasn't breathing, his heart wasn't beating, and he was effectively dead.
I've seen players actually turning away, almost in horror, and also praying as well. Players and fans are praying here.
We arrived at the hospital at about 6:50, which was more than 35 minutes after his cardiac arrest.
And it was at that time that everything hit me. And in fact, I went into the corridor away from where Fabrice was being dealt with and just curled up and cried. And I've got to say, I didn't really hold out much hope for a positive outcome at that time.
From the very first, I thought that what I'd be managing here was a disaster.
We did pretty much everything you would do at a cardiac arrest, bar opening the chest up and pumping the heart by hand.
A full recovery is clearly what we hope for. It's the outcome we want. I did not think that Fabrice Muamba would walk out of hospital.
Fabrice Muamba remains in a critical condition at a London hospital after suddenly collapsing during his team's FA Cup tie against Spurs yesterday.
Amazingly, 36 hours later, after the drugs that were keeping him asleep were turned off on in the intensive care unit, he woke up, was moving his limbs and starting to talk within just a couple of hours.
To be essentially dead for 78 minutes and to make the recovery that Fab has made is unheard of. I wouldn't have believed it until I was involved in it myself, and I know that's true for the other members of the team.
I think we were all, as medical professionals, quite stunned.
From where I was to where I am right now, this is the person that should be dead.
The teamwork that was involved in the care, it was precise. It was like a row of dominoes. Had one of those dominoes been slightly out of line, then none of it would have worked. But every single domino, from Howard Webb calling the physio on to the London chest and afterwards, every single domino was in place and fell perfectly.
I feel great, I'm happy, I smile every day, so I enjoy life even more now.
if you wanted to make a film of how to manage a complex cardiac arrest, this is a one to a film.
For everybody that was involved, Bolton staff, Spurs staff, the London Chest Hospital, they're special people to my life. They're like my angels.
I'd just like to thank them for giving him back to me. If it wasn't for them, he wouldn't be here. So I really appreciate them, so thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Jonathan Tobin, Dr. Andrew Diener, Dr. Sam Mohideen, and paramedic Peter Fisher.
When you finish kissing everybody.
There's got to be a perk to the job, hasn't there? Who would like to speak and say a few words? Go ahead.
I think, like everyone else that's received award tonight, they talk about the team. And I'm very honoured and I'm very proud of what we all achieved. But I think we need to also remember that my colleagues at Bolton, my colleagues at Spurs, the guys in the London Ambulance and the guys at London Chests, from the nurses, the porters, up to the consultants, everyone had to do their jobs and do their jobs right for this to have worked. And we're just receiving the award on behalf of them all.
To present these extraordinary guys with their award, we have a truly remarkable individual who has beaten all the odds to be with us today. Please be upstanding for the legendary Fabrice Muamba.
I don't know what to say. I mean, those guys are my hero, you know? You watch superhero movie in it, those like heroes standing there, you know? You have Batman, Superman, you name it, go through it. Those guys they did unbelievable job to me. They never gave up on me and they never stopped, you know, treating me right, and they were just unbelievable. I mean, I think every one of them every single day. I haven't met this guy. This is the first time I meet this guy. He's you know, the best driver in the world. He's literally unbelievable. To get me from the stadium to, you know, to the hospital was incredible. And I mean, those guys, God bless them with so much talent, so much ability. They're better than any footballer can ever meet. Those guys here, they're unbelievable. And I thank them. I truly carry them in my heart everywhere I go. I told them there's patient people out there, those are my hero.
And Fabrice, you look to be in incredible shape now. You look fit, you look healthy and vibrant. You bounded on there. How are you feeling?
I'm okay. There's a long way, there's a long process, things to be done and what need to be done. But we'll see what happens.
We wish you good speed in your recovery to full health. You're looking fantastic. We wish you all the best. And we say congratulations and thank you to the team. They are Dr. Jonathan Tobin, Dr. Andrew Diener, Dr. Sam Mohideen, and paramedic Peter Fisher.
Great team.
So what a night. That brings to an end our very first BBC 999 Awards, and I want to say it has been just extraordinary to honour everyone tonight. You all remind us that when terrible things happen, there are truly extraordinary people whose skill and determination make the world a better place and make the world a safer place.
These brave men and women put in time and effort, sometimes risking their lives to help complete strangers in life-threatening situations. We hope that tonight's show will go a little way to saying how truly grateful we all are. Thank you.
Thank you to all our award presenters, of course, but a special congratulations to all of our winners.
You really are heroes, each and every one of you. Good night.
Good night.